Hello folks, and welcome to another edition of Sound Employed. Tonight, I'm going to share with you Mr. T, real life superhero, authentic action figure of the A-Team superstar. It would technically, back in the 80s, this would be a box opening, but because this is used, he's not a box opening. So let's take a look at Mr. T. Ooh, he's scary. I pity the poor fool who's never played with my doll. Mr. T is one of those figures that came out at the end of the 12-inch figures that male boys would play with, and they were trying to reduce them down to 3 3/4 because G.I. Joe was popular, Star Wars was popular, and so on. And Remco had a slew of generic guys. This was Galoo's first chance to do, I guess, a 12-inch male action figure like G.I. Joe. Mr. T had his chains, his notable chains, as you see here. His earrings. And a mean look in his eye. He even has his jewelry, his knuckle rings, his classic shoes, but they didn't remove, so, and a belt, which has finally come unglued due to age, which was held together by Velcro, because that was starting to become the in thing. And then his necklace was held together with a pin at the back of his neck. But he did have buttons right here. Well, Mr. T is kind of the one that said farewell to the 12-inch male action figure. Oh, Walmart put out a few of them over time, like Turbo Man at 14 inches, but they were limited things. And then Ken became the male action figure. Hello, Mr. T. I love you. What are you? I'm a fashionista doll. Ooh, I hate fashionistas. I pity that fool. But, you know, it's like the Mr. T figure looks cool. He was thick, like Mr. T, but he has little to no movement. His arms only do this. He has no movement here. His legs only move so far. So he even didn't have a hip joint. He could look left and right. He had no weapons, no guns or anything, even though he had the holes in his hand for a gun right here and maybe one of his tools from the toolbox. But none of that was ever produced for him. Yes. He even had his hanky. And he's in basically the first episode of the A-Team where he played B.A. Baracus. So, what do you think of Mr. T? Did you grow up with him? Let us know. If you didn't grow up with him and were curious about where to get the figure, you can get them off eBay. They're not too badly priced. But they are hard to find lately with the face not turning gray in some areas, like a Mego figure. I don't know why, but the end of this era, a lot of figures had that gray thing on their head where the plastic would discolor after a while for poor storage or dust or chemicals around the house or storing with other action figures. It's hard to say. But until next time, this is Mr. T. Now this is the sounding board signing off. Because Mr. T, I pity the poor fool who didn't buy my doll.
Accusés d'un vol qu'ils n'ont pas commis, n'ayant aucun moyen d'en faire la preuve, ils fuient sans cesse devant leurs poursuivants. Pour subsister, ils emploient leurs compétences. Quand la loi ne peut plus rien pour vous, il vous reste un recours, un seul, l'agence Tourisque.